Hi, welcome to I Am Powered by Love TV. My name is Josh here. I'm back with our soul messages here, so welcome in, welcome. All my soul seekers here who are tuning in today. So we are going to be channeling down the messages here for you today. Here, the way I do it here, if it's your first time here, welcome. My soul seekers here looking for your soul messages. What I do here is we do it by frequency. So I'll play two chords. You'll pick the chord that resonates with you the most, one that kind of fits, kind of hits you for the day, and then we go ahead and channel down the message. And we'll also go ahead and get into some cards here. We have Mythology deck that sometimes comes out and plays. We have the Keepers of the Light, and then normally the ones that I usually always pull from here is going to be our Sacred Soul Power deck. These bad boys here. Sacred Soul Power. So we're going to go ahead and get started and pick the two chords for today. We are going to be doing F diminished. Make sure you can hear it. So our F diminished chord there. And then we are also going to do C sharp major. Alright, so we have our F diminished chord, and we also have our C sharp major chord. So at this time, if you have to go back and listen to them again, feel free to do so. I will kind of give you a little freeze frame here to pick your chords, so go ahead and pick your chord. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and start with our F diminished. So, the message for our F diminished soul seekers here, who are tuning in, this is about love. This is about a message for you to begin to move forward from old wounds that are currently blocking you from obtaining this deep connection with your other, with your significant other, for those of you who are in either marriages or relationships, but it's also goes for those who are single, because it's hindering you from finding that person or getting into that relationship or opening up into this aspect, because we're being so nitpicky. We're kind of like giving ourselves excuses on why we haven't settled down and why we haven't decided to go out and find somebody, and so it's just a continued justification here at this time. And they're saying here, You have to stop running if you want to obtain this, and you want to stop feeling this kind of lonely, dang, everyone else is getting this connection. Why can't I find someone? Where is it? What's happening? I'm doing so much work. I'm putting so many things in. I have all this other areas in my life are working really well, career and all these other things are working fine, and I just can't seem to find this connection. And so they're telling you at this time, and the reason being is because we haven't dove down and actually got to the root of the problem. You've been blaming the other for so long, which is why every time you see someone, you start to correlate it. Or every time you meet someone, you start to correlate it. And those who are in relationships, you're doing this kind of the same thing. We haven't decided to look at ourselves at this time. And so they want you to look and see maybe where you need work, not where they need work. Because where they need work could actually be a projection of where you need work. See how that kind of works? See how the universe kind of works in that way, the way energies work? A lot of times it's us kind of creating these things and putting these things onto others, and then being like, well, you're doing that, you're doing that, you're doing that, and I don't like that. But how are you? You're only focusing on this aspect. So think of where you might be doing the same things to yourself. You kind of got like a whole inception thing going on. This is kind of a deep, kind of rooted pattern, kind of a web. We're going to go ahead and pull out the Moonology deck here for you guys, for my diminished soul seekers here. Because this is it's a tough problem to get over, and you know, these are more messages here than coachings, but we do always bring in a little bit because that's just the way the Akash works. So if it is your first time, so we channel from the Akashic Records. The Akashic Records is your soul books, guides, ancestors, higher beings, masters, anyone that's along with you on your soul's journey at this time that's kind of guiding you, your higher self as well. Now mostly I just hear from your higher selves. I don't get too many other voices. That's why they're kind of so specific. And because you guys have been dealing with this for quite some time. They're saying this hasn't been just recently. You've been doing this in a lot of relationships, and they're saying that it stems from just a societal, almost like your parents, aunts, uncles, movies. They're saying taking some things from movies. Just the way you see relationships, the way that you see that they're run, your belief system on them. And you have to be able to open up to be able to bring in a deeper connection. And if you can't even open up with yourself at this time, how do you expect someone else to open up to you when they're going to feel that energy of you being closed off to yourself because you can't even do it? So in order for you to obtain this connection and to seek this love that you are so looking for, they're saying you have to go back and deal with yourself first. How you love yourself, how you talk to yourself, how you go about being with yourself, and then this will it'll automatically in turn become attractive. So you'll be attracting the mate around you at that time. And we're going to pull here from the Moonology deck. The Moonology deck gives us kind of next steps here. Communication is key was the first one that came out. Because it is key at this time, just what I literally was just talking about before I even pulled the cards. Communication is going to be key at this time for you to open up with yourself, open up with your own heart, and hear exactly it is what you need to hear at this time. Don't let your pride get in the way. This is talking about all the things that we've accomplished and all the things that we're going through. They don't want you to allow this to get to your head and say, well, what's going on? Why isn't this working if I'm doing all this stuff? I don't see why I can't get this. Here, excuse the dog. So that's exactly the two things here is the pride that's getting in your way is disabling the communication with yourself and the communication with others. So they want you to kind of recorrect that here. And then boom, just what we were talking about as well. Time to bring love into the situation. So bring love back into the situation, because that's just going to be the all-around message, the all-around aspect of what we're actually searching for. So I do want to appreciate my F-diminished soul seekers for tuning in here today. We're going to go ahead and get started on our C# major friends. So my C# major friends. Tell me this is money related. You guys are curious about money, and so you're searching and looking for a message. Your stability is shooken up. They're saying it's because of your belief of scarcity, your belief of having to constantly work hard, trying to be the sole provider, stubborn, headstrong, not opening up, not allowing others help, not knowing when to reach out for help. And so you're putting your own struggle onto yourself at this time. And they're saying this can't work. This is not going to work. They're saying if you continue to do this, you're going to burn yourself out by March of next year. I mean, you're already feeling burnt out. You're already feeling like, oof, oh man, this is tough. How can I manage? I don't even know how to get some of these bills paid. Like, I'm really working my ass off here. I'm trying to do 2 jobs. You're trying to do something on your own to make more money. You're trying to sell things at this moment. You're still trying to obviously make holidays work and trying to get these things for people, and it's really hard for you to hold hope. And it's kind of sitting you down a little spiral at this time. And so they want you to, at this moment, surrender. They want you to stop worrying about it. The more that you feed your energy into it, the more that you worry, the more that you get into this. How is this going to work? How's this going to work? How's this going to work? I can't do this. I can't get this. I can't get this. All you're doing is feeding those energies all day long. And you're building up this huge negative worry ball that's coming at you full speed ahead. And it's about to knock and wipe everything out. And they don't want that for you. And you don't want that for you. No, you don't. So that's why you work so hard. You tire yourself out, you burn yourself out, because you're like, I can't let this happen, because your own psyche is telling you it's all going to happen. So you're believing it. You're thinking that's what's going to happen, and they want you to surrender and trust that that's not exactly how it works. Not how it works. You can adapt, change, and they're saying, if you can become aware that you're doing this, then you can become aware that you can do it in the other direction. So that's what they want you to show at this moment. So this is kind of a clear-cut message for you guys here. We're going to get right into our Sacred Soul Power deck here, because they want you to see the power that you have to be able to move forward here as the person that you are. Being that headstrong person is going to only drive you, but you have to be able to drive those energies in the right direction and become aware of that. So my C# major soul seeker friends here, I hope that this does bring a spark to your awareness on what things are going on in your head right now, for you to begin to make a lifelong change, not just seconds, lifelong, life for life, motherfucking life. That's the way you do it. All right, let's see what we got here. Sacred Soul Power deck. Motherfucking soul power. Boom. Intimacy, soul's journey, and boundaries. Intimacy at this time. This is talking about your consciousness, your awareness. It's a lot of the same thing. It's talking about the intimacy with the self, to become tied in with it and not so drowned off that you think you have no control, that my thoughts just come, my thoughts are random, my thoughts are, there's nothing that I can maneuver. That's not true. Your brain has control of your thoughts, your mind. They don't just spur. The ones that kind of spur, that come just rapidly in the moment, those are the only ones you have to kind of, or that you want to pay attention to. A lot of times it's your soul talking to you. And that's what the intimacy is for. And also, when you begin, start becoming more aware, they will set you on your soul's journey. This is why they told you to surrender, because they're asking you to start this at this time. A lot of people are going through this at this time, and it's become a very shell-shocking adventure for some people, and it doesn't have to be. We help you on your soul's journey, which is why we are here. I am Powered by Love. We do this. We have soul transformation for people, allowing you to reconnect and get back into your purpose and what you are here to do and why we are here as one. So, and also boundaries. I like this because it's more of breaking boundaries than it is setting boundaries. As you see, he's the ladder climbing over. So this is the boundary that we have to make, because we've set limitations on ourselves for money, for how we get money, for how we obtain these certain things, how we obtain abundance. And we have to begin to surrender and break these limitations, becoming aware that we are creating these things and we are the ones putting these limitations on ourselves. So my C sharp major soul seekers, I do want to appreciate you guys here for tuning in. Thank you all for coming out here again, for supporting our channel here. Don't forget to check out your soul scopes, your soulmate soul scopes. Those were just recently launched. Find out your decan, all the things that are going on with it, and all those good things. And also don't forget to take a look at some of these pick cards and our elements of love here, talking more deep about love and relationships and things like that. And stay tuned. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, share button if these do resonate with you. I know they do. For you to be able to get your messages every day. Well, I try every day. Life always gets in the way sometimes, though. So, why don't you guys go ahead and take a deep breath with us here, and I'm going to be sending you guys some love and light. My name is Josh, and I'm signing out.